Yeah. Welcome, Bite Q and Assault Saturday, where you guys get to assault me with any questions that you have. A lot of people in here today. Did I set this to public? 100. Yeah, this is supposed to be a private live stream for those of y'all that are Big Dog members, but I guess it is the giving season. 'Tis the season to get assaulted by everybody's questions. So this is not normally a public live stream. So consider this your Hanukkah gift from good old St. Nicholas. Where Q and Assault is basically where y'all can assault me with any questions you have for your fantasy lineups, sit starts, trades, waiver wire, any life in general. Where did I get this sexy ass hat? Now that secret I will not give away. But we do have a few things that are concerning that we must address off the rip. One, PrizePicks has a free square up. I don't know how many times, I don't know how many videos, I don't know how many pieces of content. I can tell you that PrizePicks is the app that y'all need to be on if you want to enjoy sports more. If you're on this video, if you subscribe to our channel, you like sports. And it doesn't matter that you like football and maybe you don't like basketball, because money's green regardless of the sport. And they have a free square on the Joker at 0.5 points on Christmas Day. You can match this with any football square that you would like on their app. If you like DeAndre Swift at 3 receptions, which I'm not going to say I don't like, take that as it may, you can pair it with this. 0.5 points. All he's got to do is score a bucket. He needs to get a bucket. And you're a winner on PrizePicks. So if your first time playing on PrizePicks, use promo code BDGE, and they're going to double whatever you put down on the app. And make sure you're on there because we're going to be doing a big playoff push. As soon as the fantasy season ends, typically we take a little break here. Typically, I travel. Maybe I do some Dynasty rookie content. But me, Animal, and Tony are going to be going deep into the NFL playoffs, doing analysis and doing videos on every single playoff game and giving you our favorite PrizePicks squares along the way. So if you want to fade us, you're going to make a lot of money by doing that. So I just suggest getting on the platform right now. This is the easiest way to get it started right here with a free square on the Joker. 0.5 points. Promo code BDGE when you sign up. But as y'all have already heard for this week, week 16 fantasy football, the biggest impact is going to be the weather. There is weathering all across the country in the majority of games. We've got no games on bye. We've got the Thursday night game that happened. Every single game is basically happening today. All right. So if you're just waking up for NFL week 16 and you aren't paying attention, the normal Sunday slate is happening today on week 16 on the Saturday. And then Sunday on Christmas Day, we're going to get 3 games similar to what we had on Saturday last week, where it's like the 1 o'clock, the 4 o'clock, the 7 o'clock, in which it's still, no matter what, it's crazy because I'm going to be just as glued to my couch tomorrow when there's 3 games as today when there's fucking 33 games. The NFL has a chokehold on us like it's like the Undertaker, man. It should be criminal. It really should. I feel like the SEC, you want to talk about monopolies? How about monopolies on human life? I feel like that's more important. You're talking about monopolies on business, Amazon or McDonald's. They have man, fuck that. They got monopolies on us. What am I going to do outside of a Saturday or Sunday? I'm going to watch football. Fuck it. So we're going to talk about it today, you know? Weather all over the place. This is from the Roto Grinders weather website, which I cannot recommend enough you checking out. It's the first link in the description. You might have to refresh the page to find it because I just put it in there. But they got a weatherman. They categorize each game by color in terms of how effective the weather is actually going to be towards like the passing game, etc. If it's red, it's a problem. If it's orange, it's close to a problem. If it's yellow, it's kind of in the middle, probably not going to affect it as much, but still shitty weather. Obviously, green, like I said, money is green. But y'all can either freeze the frame right now if you want to check it out, but the website's down below. You'll be able to find this chart here, but I think it's important that you start to make some sit-start decision based on that. Sheesh. How we doing, everybody? How art thou? How are we doing? Everybody chilling? This is the week where the all-star team that brought you this far could very well be fall victim to the weather and the end of Kenny baby. We're going to need to retry that sentence. I agree. There have been many seasons where I have monopolized the regular season, 11-2, 12-2. First round playoffs, you get knocked because Travis Kelce just decides to not show up. He was like, "Fuck holiday dinner, man. I already ate. I'm on my keto grind, so I'm just not going to show up. I don't want a plate. Therefore, you're not going to eat." Very disrespectful. How's everybody doing? What up, Jose? Bro, that hat is sick. Tell me not, man. I just copped this like a couple of days ago, and I've never been so excited. You could flip it up, and I can look like a Russian commie if I wanted to right here. But we're going to keep it down. This shit's going to keep me warm in New York for the rest of the winter for sure. What up, Justin? Welcome bike. Oh, we got a whole lot of gang questions out here. All right. Well, this is kind of fucked because this is supposed to be private for the members and the BDG3 members, and I don't know who's who at this point. But if you want to be a part of this next week, you're going to have to become a member. I got to ask, how's the E-Town Get Down League looking? Not good. Not good for me. I just missed the playoffs. I just lost to One Chains by 2 points, which was a devastating loss. Started off the year 3-0. And then, so I started off the year 3-0. In week 4, I had Tua in my starting lineup, and it was the week that he went down with a concussion, left the game after just like a minimal amount of time. I lost by 2 points that week. The next week, I put Teddy Bridgewater in as my super flex quarterback. He leaves the game immediately. I lose that game by 2 points. So I should have been 5-0 at that point. Instead, I rip off a 5-game losing streak. Then I ended the season on like a 3-game winning streak. If so fact, a lot of excuses. Not good. Animal also missed the playoffs too, which was really, really surprising because he had a great team. All right, let's get some questions here. I don't even know where to start. Damn it, I should have kept this private. All right, we'll start from the bottom up, top up. Najee, Godwin, Aaron Jones. I think I'm probably gonna go ahead and sit Godwin there. Najee Harris is like somehow really, really resurrected from the dead and been a good football player, which I wasn't sure he was capable of continuing to do anymore. And then Aaron Jones, obviously coming off a monster week, I feel like he's someone that just kind of needs to be in lineups against Miami. It's going to be one of the few games in good weather. Tampa Bay against Arizona, obviously a really good matchup, and Arizona is a team you could throw the ball on, and Brady, I'm sure, will have a lot of success. But against Trace McSorley, this could definitely be a game where Brady only needs to throw the ball like 25, 27 times to get that dub for the team. So I kind of like the running backs there. Pick one, flex, Chris Moore, Allen Lazard, Josh Palmer, or Hollywood Brown. So if we are going to assume Nico Collins is out or Brandon Cooks is out, I think I like Chris Moore there. If Brandon Cooks plays, I will go with Josh Palmer. Trying to see if I recognize any names from BDG3 or any Big Dog members. What's up? What up, Stills? How you doing? I absolutely love Montgomery over 12.5 receiving yards. Thoughts and prayers to the family. Yeah, to be honest with you, this time of the year, I just feel like he's just always underrated coming out. I mean, it never adds up. Like it's an intangible. Like you can't really, put your finger on it. But Demont, let me see what else he's got going on Prize Picks. 2 receptions. I honestly think I would prefer 2 receptions to the 12 receiving yards. I mean, goddamn, he's crossed both of those lines in 4 straight games. But I like the 2 receptions on running backs because even if you hit 2, you don't lose. It's just a draw, and then it goes on to the other legs of your parlay. So we're gonna nail 2 receptions on David Montgomery for that one for show on Prize Picks. Ooh, who do we got there? So Dylan, I know you a member. My guy, Merry Christmas Eve, brother. Jalen Hurts is out. Do I go with Derek Carr, Daniel Jones, or Gardner Minshew? Ooh, I like this. Okay, so I got a league where I have Jalen Hurts and he is out. I have Daniel Jones in my lineup for him. I've got DJ at number 11. The Minnesota defense is barely respectable enough to call it that at this point. I've got Derek Carr down at quarterback 15, and then Minshew down at like quarterback 20, 19, 20-ish range. So I'm not like against Minshew. I just feel like I get that we're excited to see him back on the field again, but they're in Dallas. It's for sure a tough defense to throw on. I doubt, like, you look at the pieces around him, the offensive line, Miles Sanders, the other playmakers. Like, I don't think they really want to lean on Minshew to get this shit done. So I go with Daniel Jones there, brother. My brother in Christ. Justain was good. Dallas G or Mark Andrews. All right, so this is a tough one, man. Man, not only is like the weather fucking us up, I actually feel like the tight end position might be one of the most difficult ones in this week particular that we've had in quite a while. So I had Evan Ingram up at tight end 3 for the week. So that looked good, but behind him it's like Cole Kmet coming off of a bad game, but everyone's injured on that team. They're playing in Buffalo, shit weather. I got Pat Freiermuth or Kenny Pickett coming back. I got Mark Andrews at tight end 8, and I have Goddard at tight end 12. I have a rule of thumb where it's not obviously black and white, but more often than not, what tends to happen with players that come off of multi-week injuries is you almost always see them have a pretty severe decline in snaps, in routes, and participation in opportunities and things like that. So I have a feeling we might see Goddard kind of ease back in with this one. Dallas is also very, very stingy against pass catching tight ends in fantasy. They have allowed the 5th fewest fantasy points to the tight end position. Have allowed one single double-digit fantasy point performance, and it was actually week 15 against Ingram, where he had 10.2 points. But prior to that, I mean, there aren't really dudes getting it done against them. So I lean with whoever the fuck else Andrews instead of Goddard. He's due. I mean, he's fucking due, That's all I could say. Mike Evans or Christian Watson? That's a good one. I want to say I have them like bike to bike here. I've got Evans a little bit higher than Watson, and that might be a mistake. I could see us being like, Watson's actually who we thought he was coming off the bad game. I got both of them pretty fucking high, right? Like, I would like to have both of them in my starting lineups. I got Evans up at wide receiver 16. I think I saw enough last week, and now they have a nice matchup against Arizona where Tampa Bay should dominate time of possession. I think Brady will be extremely efficient on the few throws that he does have, which could lead to a big play or two or a couple red zone scores for Mike Evans over Christian Watson. So I have Evans as my wide receiver 16 in half PPR. I have Christian Watson as my wide receiver 19 in half PPR. And if y'all are wondering, you can always head over to beep bop beep boop bop, our website, bdge.co. And on the top, you will see the big become a member spot where, you can get access to our weekly rankings our waiver wire rankings that come out weekly, etc. And there's nowhere else to get that. But become a member there, and you'll never have to fucking listen to my bullshit sit start videos again. Yeah, so for me, I'm going Evans there, even though I would like to have both of those guys in my lineup. How's everybody doing? What y'all doing for the holidays? Anything good? Anything that would piss me off and get me riled up? What are your favorite bet prize picks of the week? I think once we hit like the 30-minute mark, I want to do like 30 minutes of Q&A with, fantasy and just whatever questions you guys have. And then at 30 minutes, then we'll hit prize picks hard, and we'll go through all the bets that you should fade that I like. Brock Purdy or Minshew to replace Hurts? Oh boy, I've got Purdy at 18 and I've got Minshew at 19. I like the matchup more for Purdy. Straight up. Just Blaze. Nikki, baby, what are you doing for the holidays? I'm going to take a train home. I got to be at my cousin's house at like 4 o'clock today. So after this, I'll probably wrap up a little bit more work, and then I'll take the train back to Jersey at like 1:32. And then I'll drive to the cousin's house with my mother and my sister. Around then, we will party for the evening. And then tomorrow we go over to my like close family's house. It's my mom's sister's house. So it's like me. Here's what you don't know. Here's why y'all might be on here and be like, Nick, you're always aggressive, brother. Why are you always yelling and shit? You want to know why? Because I grew up in a house of like 9 fucking women. All right. I live with my mom. I live with my sister. I live with my Aunt Dana, who's my mom's sister. And then I live with Gabby and Shannon and Allie, all 3 daughters. And then I got my Uncle Fred. All right. So it was me and Uncle Fred. And then fucking 7 women constantly yelling at me. So I had to fucking hold my ground. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about the feminist movement. You want to be equal to a man, you better square up. You better square the fuck up. These hands weren't just made for tweeting. I'm just kidding. All right. Sorry. Back to some fantasy sheesh. You like eggnog? Fuck no. Half PBR, need flex. Taysom Hill or Zach Moss? This is going to be a wildly unpopular opinion. And I feel like this is me playing my heart more than my head. Like, the smart choice is definitely Zach Moss. If it's my lineup, and I know it's probably going to end up costing me my fantasy championship, I'm going Taysom Hill. In the shit weather, with the reports coming out that they're going to rely heavily on Taysom Hill, I almost feel like even if Hill gets half the number of carries Zach Moss gets, he's going to have a better output. I really am not buying into Zach Moss. He was never good in Buffalo. He got a fuckload of carries last week because they were up 36-0, 33-0. They bring up Jordan Wilkins from the practice squad. This is as much like I like Taysom Hill on a scale of 1 to 10 at like a 6.5 as I dislike Zach Moss 6.5, Pick 2, PPR, Hopkins, McKinnon, Montgomery, Pittman. Well, I mean, McKinnon has to be in your lineup at this point in full PPR. Pittman, for me, is the odd man out here. Montgomery's shown it that he is him during December. Him and Hopkins are super close. It's hard to fade Hopkins, but with Trace McSorley, it's not hard to fade. It ain't hard to fade Trace. It ain't hard to fade Trace. Trace is like, you trace it with a pencil and you fade it out with an eraser. That's the level of fading we're doing with Trace. All right, yeah, fuck it. I think I just made my decision there. We're going to go with 2 running backs. Zeke the Freak or Mostert full PPR? That's a great question. 2 running backs that have been red hot. My initial thoughts are Zeke. Philadelphia's run defense is not impenetrable. I think that with Gardner, they will have a little bit less time. I like Zeke, man. I like Zeke. Zeke has been quietly like awesome for fantasy. So I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna roll with I'm gonna roll with Zeke here. I just feel safer with him, especially if Jeff Wilson's back in the lineup. Schultz or Jawan Johnson? Give me Schultz. Give me Schultzy, baby. Happy holidays, Nick. 1 PPR, Hopkins, Pollard, or Connor. Pick 1 flex. Okay, wait. So you just need 1 player overall for flex and full PPR. If that is the case, man, Connor. I mean, Connor, and I don't think you can go wrong with Connor or Pollard. But for me, it's I like Pollard. The upside's just way higher. Tyler Boyd, Isaiah McKenzie, or Donovan's Peoples Jones. All right. Well, this goes back to the weather thing a little bit. So let's rip through the weather reports of all 3 of those games because they are very affected. The Cincinnati game, considered it yellow. Game time temperature in the 20s with a 10 to 15 mile per hour wind. Not ideal, but will only bring minor impacts to the game. So not huge. We got DPJ for Cleveland, though. That is not good. Single-digit temps, wind chill well below 0. The wind is showing 20 to 25 mile per hour sustained wind with wind gusts over 40 miles per hour. So that makes me a little bit nervous for a dude like DPJ because he is a downfield playmaker. He is a dude who, if they are going to take shots downfield, will likely go to him, and that feels like it's not going to connect today. Buffalo, Chicago, similar conditions to that Cleveland game I just mentioned. Very, 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 very cold. 20, 25 mile hour winds with 35 mile per hour wind gusts. So that does kind of lend itself to like a McKenzie type day, but it almost feels like Isaiah McKenzie's production. There's no real rhyme or reason to it. It's never like, oh, this should be a slot day. This should be like a McKenzie day. So it almost feels like with McKenzie, we're hoping to get out of McKenzie what we are normally going to get from Boyd. So I'm actually going to go with Tyler Boyd here in full PPR. Hayden Hurst is out for this one, so maybe that means a little bit more towards his way. It's not, neither of these options are guys that I like, but I think I lean Boyd there a little bit. Which games are you most excited to watch today? Let me pull this shit up. Bills, Bears, I'm actually like low-key excited to watch the games that are in really bad weather and see how they adapt to it. Like Saints Browns should be kind of interesting. Like, how do they utilize Deshaun? How do they utilize Taysom Hill? I think the fun one, obviously, in terms of upside, the Chiefs Seahawks should be a really, really fun one. I could see this being, a game where like they're both scoring at least 28 points. That should be awesome. Lions Panthers, I'd like to see the Lions drop a deuce on them. That'd be cool. And then Falcons Ravens. There's just so much uncertainty going on there, and the Falcons are my team. So cool. Eagles Cowboys should also be fucking interesting, even with Minshew at the helm. So those are probably the ones I'm most excited about. No more live streams, booth sessions for the brand. What do you mean by that? Like no more team live streams, like us at the couch? Neck feeling tall. I'd be working out my neck sometimes, I feel like a neck is such an underrated, like, aesthetic piece of a male body. What a weird thing to say, I just said. JT kicked it for me. Dobbins, Monty, or Algier start 1 full PPR. I like what Algier did last week, but I'm definitely not ready to like roll him out in a full PPR league against Baltimore. That could come back to bite me in the ass. Monty feels like he's just been good enough that he should continue to be in your lineup. Dobbins also looked awesome, and they get to play Atlanta. I just question like his upside in a full PPR league. I question that offense's like ability to get onto the goal line. I question whether or not he's going to be the goal line back outside of Gus Edwards or Tyler Huntley. And he doesn't catch passes. So I think I actually go with Demont here, Skodrick. AJ Brown or Watson. Come on, man. Come on, man. AJ Brown, if you couldn't pick up what I was putting down there. Stevenson or Pacheco, full brother. One of these guys just set a career high last week in rushing yards. Daniel Jones or Gardner Minshew. Give me DJ all day. Pickens or Dobbs or Goodwin. That's a good one. It won't be Dobbs for me. I'm still unclear about what Dobbs' role is in this offense with Watson's breakout. Pickens plays well with Pickett, but just never gets the opportunity, though. I like the matchup against LV. Goodwin, I can't tell if Goodwin's like an amazing fucking player or just the easiest trap play of the week. I can't tell if we're just going to look back and be like, yes, we knew what Marquise Goodwin was because we've seen him do this fucking for 10 years. And it was just a terrible game. But I like the game script enough where I feel like they're going to have to score a lot of points and throw the ball a lot. If it's my lineup, I think I'm actually going to throw Goodwin in there, Kevin. That's just in my humble ass opinion. You know, you're not allowed to yell at me when I'm wrong. Yeah. Greg D or Taysom Hill. Give me Taysom, baby. Full PPR, Mike Evans, Marquise Brown, Devontae Adams, pick 3. Yeah, you're for sure. I mean, you only gave me 3 options. I was going to make a joke and tell you to sit Devontae Adams, but like I can't even do it. Hey, Goat, am I crazy for thinking of starting Mostert over Waddle, or would you rather sit Mike Williams and play both Dolphins? I mean, you're absolutely out of your fucking mind if you're sitting Waddle. I don't know, like, what more this guy needs to do in order for him to be just like an auto start, set it and forget it. I mean, you gotta like Moser too, coming off of last week's game, had a high efficiency game, but we've also seen him kind of like flip flop up and down, have games where if he doesn't score a touchdown, he's not really very useful. And I like Mike Williams, like I like the comfortability that we're starting to see with him back in the offense. They're playing at Indianapolis, not a necessarily easy game, but I like Herbert, Williams, and Allen. I like the chemistry that we've seen from them. So I'm going with the 2 wide receivers, especially if it's any sort of half PPR league. Boy. The Green Ranger. Yes. Shout out to Jordan. Shout out to IDP Army. Shout out to the Green Ranger. Top 10 in the motherfucking bash right now. 10 people remain. That's crazy. That is crazy. Clutch me up, Nick. Oh, I've never heard that before. Clutch me up. JT. Oh man, that's unfortunate. You sent the super chat out and I already answered the free version of it way before. Thank you for the money. But again, I reiterate, for me, it's a very clear like Monty and Dobbins in a tier together. Algier a little bit behind him. I personally like Monty over Dobbins because of the pass catching aspect. Title says rankings. So rank. I can do rankings rather. Listen, I think you guys would rather my contextual answers than rankings. Like if you just give me players and I'm just like RB2, RB7, RB12, I feel like that's not really valuable for anybody. Boy. What up, though? How do you feel about DeAndre Swift versus Zeke? I will have Zeke higher for sure. I mean, Zeke's just been awesome, man. I'm pretty sure he scored in like. Let me pull. Zeke's at 10 rushing touchdowns on the year already. He's at fucking 10 through 12 games. He has scored a touchdown. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 straight games. 2 of those multi-touchdown games. He has had at least 16 touches in all of those games. I lied. He has had 14 touchdowns, 14 touches in all of those games. But he feels very much back like to 80% of what Zeke was. Swift, I still think we're getting a little cute. I do like Swift this week, though. I did move him up in my rankings semi-recently, and I have Swift at RB. Are you, little hoe? All right, I've got him at RB 28, so that's kind of still further down than I probably should have him. Let me move him up a little bit. I'm still going to move him up to like RB 23, 24, but that's not anywhere near where Zeke is. Zeke is a clear mid RB2 at this point. DJ Chark over Diggs because of the weather. Justin. Now I know you're a smart dude because I've talked to you before. Unfortunately, this is a live stream and I can't edit this out. So I'm gonna let this plague you like a scarlet A. Everybody point and laugh. If you're around your family right now, if it's Christmas Eve, you got your aunts and uncles and your wives and husbands, children and dogs on the couch with you right now watching this, I want you to hand the phone over. Pass it from person to person. Tell them that you got the sickest video right now on your phone. They all need to watch. And then you point them to this shit right here. That's what we call holiday spirit. That's what we call having too many holiday spirits. Yeah. I'm just kidding. I love you, dude. Am I crazy for having Watson over Wilson in Dynasty 6'5" and the fastest player on the field? Watson over Garrett Wilson in Dynasty. I mean, listen, it's hard to argue that you're crazy, but I might say you need to see a doctor. I won't diagnose you for it, I'm not the person to tell you that you're crazy, but I have a feeling that if I directed you to the right person, I mean, listen, they're both good fucking players to have in Dynasty, of course. They both showed us enough this year that you feel like, yeah, they could play at the NFL level. I think I don't know if there's a rookie I want over Garrett Wilson, though. He just seems like, he's that motherfucker. Also, we don't know the quarterback situation in Green Bay. And that being said, we don't know with it in New York, but we're seeing Garrett Wilson produce. Like, if Christian Watson had Jordan Love or some other shit quarterback or Zach Wilson playing quarterback, like, who knows what Wilson would have done in this year. Swift or Slayton in Flexi? Give me Swift. Although Slayton's a good play, but I like Swift a little more. Bing, bang, boom. All right, y'all. Well, we've hit the 30-minute mark, so we're going to dive into some PrizePicks plays. Make sure you are following along. Make sure you have signed up for PrizePicks. Look at this last one. Super chat. I don't even know what kind of fucking fake bullshit money that is. You're giving me Aladdin coins. Pick one, half PPR. Brian Robinson, Marquise Goodwin, Deion Jackson. As much as I absolutely despise the matchup, I still think I like Brian Robinson here. I mean, the first PrizePicks play, we're going to go onto the actual site, but this one, if you didn't already hit this one, guys, it's absolutely free. So you can just go start making your slip with this. The Joker needs to score one bucket tomorrow on Christmas. But let's go look at the slate. It's insane how good Noah is on PrizePicks plays. Genuinely fucking out of control. I think he went 5 for 6 last night, and the only one he missed, or on Thursday night, the only one he missed was Jamal Agnew. He had over 8.5 receiving yards, and the guy had 8 receiving yards. It's crazy. There you go. See? Joku scores 1 point. Log me in. All right, what do we got here? All right, so you got the Joker. I don't really do basketball, but that's a free one for you. NFL, a lot of weather impacts happening. So, first one that jumps off the screen, I think I like Tyler Huntley over 150 passing yards. These are like all-time lows. You never see these types of low numbers for passing yardage. I kind of like Huntley against the Falcons over. I like Mac Jones against Cincinnati under. We'll move on from there. I think I like Cordarrelle Patterson under here. Feels like Algier has taken over that role, and it's a really, really tough backfield or defense to run against in Baltimore. It's similar to what I took last week with Kareem Hunt. I took the under on rushing yards, Kareem Hunt, and we barely snuck by, but we done did the damn thing. Dobbins 68.5 feels a little bit like a trap play because he's fucking dominated this number, but who knows? Isn't this nuts? Justin Fields' rushing line is at 74.5 now. Like, what are you supposed to do with that? Khalil Herbert, first game back off the IR at 28.5. That feels fishy. That feels like it should be an under. Like, I feel like there's a chance that Herbert plays a total of like 8 snaps. Maybe 5 carries. Can he get over that in 5 carries? Yes, he can. I'm gonna go with the under here, though. I don't like dudes coming back from long injuries. DeAndre Swift over rushing yard. Yes, sir. Can we get one more? Yes, we can do a 6-person. Oh, and then the Detroit run defense is elite. And I hate Chuba Hubbard, so we're going to go with the under on there. What do we got? We could fucking 20x this. What is it? 50, 25x. If you hit all 6 out of 6, you 25x your money. Yeah, we're going to throw 100 for 2,500. Fuck it. We ball. Yes, sir. That'll help me with Christmas presents. Hey? Yeah, but there's a million different lines on here, man. You can do receptions. Like Demon at 2 receptions. Should have fucking nailed that. I'm an idiot. That's a great one. Big fan of Cole Kmet as well, over 2 receptions. I don't know why I'm going all in on the Chicago passing game in shitty Buffalo weather. That's something I shouldn't be doing right now. I'm a huge fan of just like the running back receptions because they're always so low. What do you guys have as favorites? You guys got anything on the slate that you feel like is lock worthy? However, in the field, plus Knox over 1 hour. Interesting. Okay. No locks at all. Losers. DJ Moore 4 catches. He's been a little hot. We'll let that slide though. Richie James, hey? Can I interest you in a little Richard Jr.? Jarek McKinnon 3 catches. Yeah, we're fucking out of here. We are out of here. Like a one-night stand. Deebo Samuel's out, right? Like he's gone for good. I feel like that makes Juwan Jennings sneaky nice, but 3 receptions feels a little bit spicy for me. Let's see. Pass rush, receiving, touchdowns. Who do we feel like is for sure scoring a touchdown today? Yeah, I don't like any of this fucking shit. Fantasy score, Taysom Hill, 6.5. Yeah, we're in on that. We're in on that. Boom. Let's go. 100 for 1,000. Fuck me up, fam. Did it go through? Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, that's gonna be the Christmas Eve stream. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you guys have a cool rest of your day. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. I'll be just watching the games, ignoring my family, not giving them any presents. They can get a present if my PrizePicks hits. If not, Cole. Yep. Happy holidays, yo. And thank you for joining us this year for everything. What do you mean, whoa, 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 whoa? Don't be whoa, 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 whoa-ing me. Yeah, I'll get you last fucking questions. And salute Rodgers or Daniel Jones. That's a close one. I think I got DJ at 11. I want to say I got Jones right behind him. Yeah, I got Aaron Rodgers at 14. So I actually like DJ. Ayuk, Taysom Hill, Deion Jackson, Algier. Pick one full PPR. I'll take Ayuk there. Ayuki, baby. Yeah. All right, we're out of here. Love you. Make sure you go hit PrizePicks, promo code BDGE. Should I hedge your Monty advice with a $200 bet on Dobbins over? Yeah, probably. Any advice that I've given is not financial advice, is not doctor advice, is not lawyer advice. It is not neurosurgeon advice, and not SpaceX avatar advice. It is just one opinion from one of the dumbest people you've ever met.